Potato.
Potato.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's call the whole thing off.
No, I want to see this film.
Uh-huh. Good.
Colin had a problem and a microphone to spare. Thomas took it up and so the podcast went to air. For weeks and months they trolled through every single DVD. They've unwrapped all the ones they can and now they're cellulose free. Now they're cellulose free.
Hello, dear listener, and welcome to Cellulose Free. My name is Colin, and with me, as always, is my fellow film watcher, compadre and son, Thomas.
Hi, hello.
What have you been up to?
In comparison to the 2 weeks prior to the previous episode, not a whole lot.
Right.
Just sort of taking it easy.
Good.
Or
something.
Power Wash Simulator 2 has come out, and it plays much like the original Power Wash Simulator, except there's a surface cleaner that just sort of spins and has a wide area of effect and works well on flat surfaces. And soap is free. You just get to have soap instead of having to pay for soap.
Right.
As long as you have the attachment that does the soap.
You're playing this on the Xbox?
Yes, I am.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll have to get you out and cleaning the car very soon.
I don't know if it's entirely transferable skills. Just sort of pointing a hose.
Are you the type of person who would say, just because I can drive a truck in Euro Truck Simulator doesn't mean that I can drive a truck?
That is correct.
Right.
For starters, I can barely do that. And that's considerably less complex than actually driving a truck.
I thought you were going to say less complex than power washing a car. I said, boy, oh boy. Okay.
But yeah, no, it appears to be more of what I enjoyed from the first.
Right.
And also the things that were tedious about the first. But I guess I don't know what I was expecting.
You don't play the Pimple Popper game either?
No.
Right, good.
No.
Good.
I hear you were somewhere that was coastal and western.
I did go west. Go west! Yes, dear listener Helen dragged me around the West Coast of Tasmania. We had all sorts of adventures, as can be demonstrated by the long scratches and grazes all over my arms and legs. Yeah, it was good. We went on a number of walks and looked at a number of waterfalls and climbed the sides of very steep and bush-covered hills to get to lakes, and I went for a couple of swims.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one in the lake, it was an attempt at a swim.
Yeah.
The surface underfoot was most unpleasant.
Yeah.
Imagine grains of sugar.
Yeah.
Okay. Now make those grains of sugar so they're about 5 mil by 5 mil by 5 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now imagine that you're barefoot walking on a beach of that.
Mm.
And your feet are really, really cold because the water is cold.
Yeah.
And then you start walking off into this lake that's got this little beach at one end. I mean, it looks idyllic. And it's just absolutely freezing cold. And you keep walking thinking that it's going to get deeper, but it just doesn't get deeper, and it doesn't get deeper until it starts to just get deeper. But because there's so much bracken, it's brackish water, so it's like you're walking into Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
To the point where you can't see your feet, therefore you can't actually tell whether it's going to get any deeper the further you go. And there are large boulders in there as well. So you can't really dive. You can't really tell where your feet are going. And so by which stage I was probably at my sort of mid-thighs, I guess. So, I was committed then. Look, I've got to get under completely. So I just squatted and then re-emerged up to my shoulders and sort of stayed there for a little while for the photo opportunity, the obligatory photo opportunity. And then as rapidly as my pain-inflicted feet would allow me to, I got out. And in a lot of ways, going back onto that sand, in quotes, when your feet are half numb was even more unpleasant. And so sort of manoeuvring across that. And of course, I'd gone in and out well away from where I'd stuck my towel. And
Yeah.
well, I had to, because I needed to sit down again to brush off my feet to put my shoes back on and get dressed. Anyway, but it was great. It was an amazing spot and very invigorating. But there was a point where I was thinking, no, I can't do this. I'm turning around and going back. But no, I did it. And that was a couple of days after I went on another 2 hours in walk to one, I think it's the second largest harbour in Australia that really doesn't get used much as a harbour anymore.
No.
But what's really weird is that part of it is almost fresh water. That's how big it is. There's a number of freshwater rivers going into it at one end, and that end is almost fresh, but you've also got the salt water coming in from the ocean at the other end. So, the point where I came out, it was almost drinkable. That there was a slight salty tinge that made it unpleasant, but at the end of that, there was a jetty, and I was going to jump off the jetty, but again, very brackish water. Couldn't tell where the bottom was. So, I mean, I knew that boats pulled up there, but didn't want to risk it. And there was a ladder at one side, which was that really thin metal type of ladder that's really unpleasant stepping on in bare feet. And of course I was in bare feet, and lowered myself in and then launched myself gently off backwards into, again, very cold water, but not quite as cold as the lake 2 days later. And got myself under and sort of swimming around again. And then I thought, let's see if I can touch the bottom. And I was about waist deep.
Yeah.
I did swim around to the front of the jetty where the boats would pull in, and yes, indeed, if I'd jumped in there, I would have been fine. But I'm not really keen to plunge into water I can't see very far into. But that was cold, and so I raced back to the ladder and started climbing back out, and then I thought, no, hang on, I've got to at least do a swimming lap around the two pylons that the boats tie off onto. So I did that, and but no, it was good. We did lots of other things. We went on a Gordon River cruise up the mighty Gordon River, strangely enough, and had a great time. Great time.
Roped Helen into a park run.
Oh, completely forgot about the park run. Yes, roped Helen into a park run. She signed up just before we went. One of the weird things about park runs, or at least a third-party app, has introduced a number of different challenges, including one that you try and get the whole alphabet of the name of that particular park run. And the closest park run that we were at to, there isn't one in Queenstown, so I couldn't get a queue. But the nearest one was Zion, which starts with a Z, or a Z for our strange other listeners. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. It was great. I'm weary.
The other challenge I know of is getting all the seconds.
Yes. So your end time will end in, 56 seconds or 47 seconds, and the aim is to get all of those. Strange.
Yeah.
But it was quite wearying. We were on the go pretty constantly, and the park run and the walks and the climbs certainly did a number on the knees, as did the wild countryside. As I said to Helen, it's the kind of... How did I put it? It's brutally beautiful, and... Thomas is looking it up.
Hit the Colin.
It's great when you can't quote yourself, because you can't remember it. Oh, but it was mighty fine penmanship, so it is worth quoting.
The West Coast of Tasmania, and this is quoting you, is a brutally beautiful but savagely don't turn your back on me scar, unforgiving place. It tried to eat me.
And there was a picture attached of my right leg that is severely scratched and grazed. So there we go. Anyway, do I have anything else to talk about? No, not really. I think we need to get into this film. It's a fairly lengthy one. So what are we watching today?
We are watching, as I have told you at least once, once by this point.
Thomas, this is the format. We talked about this in the writer's room. We do not change the format. It will confuse our dear listener. So,
except sometimes when we do change the format a little.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we get numerous messages saying, don't change the format. Yeah. What are we watching today?
We are watching what is not, as I suggested last week, a Searchlight Pictures film. This is straight up 20th Century Studios, The Amateur.
So that was an amateur move by you, getting it wrong.
Yeah.
Please tell our dear listener what The Amateur is all about.
Charlie Heller is a brilliant but deeply introverted decoder for the CIA, working out of a basement office at headquarters in Langley, whose life is turned upside down when his wife is killed in a London terrorist attack. When his supervisors refuse to take action, he takes matters into his own hands, embarking on a dangerous trek across the globe to track down those responsible, his intelligence serving as the ultimate weapon for eluding his pursuers and achieving his revenge.
So it's a revenge flick.
Yeah.
Which I'm not normally particularly into, but this looks quite interesting.
Yep.
That's what we're watching. We are watching it on DigniPlug.
Yep.
Your mileage may vary.
I suspect it won't vary, though, given that it is from 20th Century Studios.
Indeed. And it's recent, so nobody else will have claim to it. All right, we're going to watch it. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk about it. So we shall catch you on the flip side.
Turn to side B.
Got nothing.
No.
No. And I blame you for that, you mongrel.
Wow.
Yeah. Harsh.
Hateful.
So, what did you think?
There is a certain sort of awkward, obsessive weirdo that Rami Malek plays very well, and that I have seen him play on multiple occasions. I don't know that any of his awkward, obsessive weirdos are particularly compelling characters.
It's weird, isn't it?
I believe them.
Yeah,
I believe this awkward, obsessive weirdo.
Yep.
I don't care for this awkward, obsessive weirdo.
No. There was a distance that I don't think was meant to be there that did apply. And perhaps they were going for the descent into darkness. But you had to feel for the person first. And... yeah, it wasn't there.
And I've been there. I've been an awkward, obsessive weirdo.
What do you mean you've been? You are.
And you'd think that maybe that would help one empathise or sympathise with another of that ilk, but it doesn't.
No. It's complicated. That's a throwaway line, isn't it?
The film has other problems.
It does.
It is paced very weirdly.
you could almost draw lines. I mean, one of my notes was that it's... Okay, I'm going to give it all up here with the one sentence. It started really strong and tight, then became looser and ran out of steam. There is actually a line where that tightness, it springs to making dumb shortcuts to plot and...
Why are there 4 villains? Why couldn't there just be 3 villains?
to make the film longer.
Yeah.
It's not going to be long enough with just 3.
That glass pool shattering.
Yeah.
It's an excellent set piece.
It is.
It's also in the trailer.
Yes.
So by the time that I've seen the trailer, I'm not shocked by it in the film.
No. And that was the scene that made me think, hey, this actually looks interesting. So I can fully understand why they used it in the trailer. But yeah, they gave up their big set piece because it didn't build up to a crescendo that outdid that.
No.
It just ran out of steam.
They used the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing, and they put it in the trailer.
Yeah. I don't understand.
And they put the explosion, 3rd villain, in the trailer.
Yeah.
So I'd seen that already. I didn't know what came directly before it, but I knew that it happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Did he walk in slow motion?
No.
No. That's all it needed. I really, really wanted to, and I was really liking the setup. I was thinking, the writing's tight. They're recognising that there's visual technobabble going on here, but it was believable.
Yeah.
And then hit that line, and then things that weren't believable started happening in quick succession. The bad CIA agents weren't believable. They were caricatures and bumbling, made to look like fools, and just, I don't know.
Plot trains stopping at too many stations. Needed an express cut.
Okay. I have to ask you something. Before we started recording the podcast, Daniel mentioned an interesting word that I'd never heard of, he'd never heard of. Had you heard of it?
No.
Right. Can you remember what it was?
It was, I believe, tergiversate.
Okay. Somebody that Daniel had been listening to, I think, on a podcast, just came out with it randomly, and it just felt completely out of place that suddenly there's this word that was used, and it means make conflicting or evasive statements, or to change one's loyalties, abandon a belief or principle.
As I said shortly thereafter, as in the politician who used the word tergiversate in order to get out of an awkward situation with some journalists, who then had to look
it up. Yes. And whilst everyone's looking it up, they make a quick getaway.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason I returned back to that is because a word sprang to mind that I wasn't sure whether you were familiar with or not. You may very well be, and this is going to be the test as to whether we, as parents, trained you well. Okay.
Oh, a lot of pressure.
I know.
A lot of pressure.
I know. Here we go. There is a word for the act of throwing someone or something out of a window.
To defenestrate.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
love a good defenestration.
We won. Yes, because there was mention of, and it wouldn't spring to my mind properly. And I knew it had fenestrate because Fenster, window, German, my background in German, and having a friend whose surname is Fenstermacher, so maker of windows. And it was the D bit that I couldn't remember. So all that to say that there was a case in this film of mention of someone falling out of a window, which is...
completely by accident.
By accident, yes. The Russians have a serious problem in their intelligence agency of falling out of windows. What else do I have to say about this? I like the soundtrack.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really like the soundtrack, actually. It wasn't overbearing,
No.
but it did support what was going on and add moodiness.
Mm-hmm.
It had absolutely no chance of... And in fact, it tried too hard right at the end when the camera is elevating above the ship.
Yeah.
Sorry, the pre-end scene where it got loud with the timpanis. When I didn't feel that, it was such a letdown of an ending that even the soundtrack, written by an Academy Award winner, he won, Volker Bertelmann, who won the 2023 Best Motion Picture Score for All Quiet on the Western Front.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't elevate that scene. It just... What do we do? It's flat. This whole scene is flat. Well, we'll add some timpanis and hope that works. And it didn't. No.
Big spoiler here.
Yeah.
For the end of the film. Why does Lawrence Fishburne's character survive? Why do we need to know that he lives?
Yeah, exactly. Although I am glad that they didn't take it the next level and him hand back the combination puzzle. Shows that even though he was very badly wounded, he continued to follow to the point of happening to find this small object in the middle of a boatyard.
Yeah.
But the way it was shot, it felt like, it's going to make an appearance again. And maybe they thought better. Oh, Thomas, I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
It just had so much potential. To say the best part of the film was Lawrence Fishburne, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah?
He was the best part of this whole film, was Lawrence Fishburne. He actually acted in this. And I've never felt that he's a great face. Mm-hmm. And you know what you're going to be getting, but he raised the stakes for himself, I think.
Things that don't need to exist in this film. Okay. Why does the agent that our main guy is acquainted for show up? Why is he there at all? Provides a slim amount of tension just before the climax of the film, and then leaves.
I don't know. It's just a messy. I just had a recollection that I didn't put in the notes.
Yeah.
I want to read the book. It is based on a novel, and I've got a feeling that possibly the novel is actually quite good. There's some great potential here for good material that possibly works better in a novel. And it's at least got me thinking that. But as for that character who, although he does seem to know... I don't know. It's confusing as to whether that was an accidental meet-up or not. Anyway. Do you have anything else to say about this? No. Oh, dear. You did want to see this, didn't you? You did say that. Okay, well, we've saved... It was good use of the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Podcast time. Yeah. So from here on in, you're going to get clangers all through, films that we're not going to commit to watching on our own and enjoying. We'll reserve for...
Well, when do I ever make time to watch a film?
Well, that's right, isn't it?
It's what... This, some Fridays.
Yeah.
And then if I'm particularly bored, just on my own, on my tablet for...
Oh, dear. All right. Well, I think we might move on then.
Yeah, good call.
The following segment has no title. Thank you.
We have one entire comment this week from Helen.
Which I haven't even had a chance to read.
Well, it came in about an hour before we started recording, so...
That is scraping in by the skin of her teeth.
And I only caught it because I decided to check.
Uh-huh.
And I checked everywhere else.
Yep.
and there was nothing.
Did you check twice? Okay.
A little early for that, I think.
Hi, Helen.
Managed to get this listened to before the recording of the next episode, I hope. Racing around the yard with a lawnmower, trying to turn the jungle into something vaguely resembling lawn. I spluttered when I heard, as long as neither of us waffle on a bit. Yeah, right. Never going to happen. Speaking of never going to happen, watching The Fate of the Furious. But I knew that last week. Well, the week before. And although Colin was not ready when I came to pick him up, I think I was actually a smidge early. But I'll blame Thomas as requested.
Good. There we go.
Helen also provides a guess.
And she's wrong.
Yes, she is. She is so close. So close, though.
What do you do?
Helen has gone for F8, that's the numeral 8, Frious, which is so very close, but you've taken the wrong U out of the word furious.
Yeah. I went for F8, Furious, which looks terrible. But
yeah.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
So no arbitrary point there.
No, none. I'll put them back in my pocket.
I will be very interested to see what this week's file name is.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Remember?
What did I put?
That is
interesting.
interesting.
No, there's a surprise.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Dear listener, if you want easy points, they might be on offer this week.
They might.
If you just consider, title of film. Just consider title of film.
Yes.
That would be good.
Title of film.
Yeah.
Yep. Good.
I could put more words in there, but why would I need to?
No, you don't.
Just consider title of film.
Yeah. Have a go.
Have a go.
Also, if you have any films that you've seen of late that you really think will raise the level of excitedness that we are able to obtain from a film, then please submit it.
Or any other sort of commentary on our commentary or the film that we've watched or the things that we've discussed.
Yep. Anything relevant to what we talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put it down in the places.
And we'll pick it up.
Yeah. As long as it's relevant.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think we'll move on.
Yes, let's.
Pick a film for next week so we can go to bed.
And it's your turn.
And as previously foreshadowed, we dive once more into the Fast and Furious franchise.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I had this one moment where I thought, I don't have to come up with a film. Thomas has to come up with a film. Oh, I'm really keen to find out what he's picked.
We have come at last to the detour on our path, which is
detour,
which is shockingly a buddy comedy,
a handbrake spin in gravel.
This is Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Hobbs being the agent who has collaborated with Dom's crew on many an occasion, and Shaw, the very British, very, very mobster, very mercenary guy who...
See, isn't this terrible?
Who was...
I knew that was the name of the film, but I couldn't remember who the two characters were.
Yeah.
So it's those two.
It's those two.
It's The Rock and Jason
Statham.
Wow. Okay. Look, I can see myself possibly having fun with that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping they had fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And it's a buddy movie.
It is apparently a buddy comedy.
Okay. That's next week.
That is next week.
Would you give us a plot synopsis?
US agent Luke Hobbs and British mercenary Deckard Shaw are forced to put their rivalry aside and work together to stop a genetically enhanced supervillain. because why would we go for plausibility at this point?
Exactly. Next I'll be going to space. Good grief. Next week, what's the name of it again?
Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Next week, we hope you can join us, but until then, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
You have been listening to Cellulose Free. Your hosts were Colin, who produces and edits the show, and Thomas, who makes the artwork and music. Cellulose Free is recorded in the Deranged Cat Studios in scenic Tasmania, Australia. We keep track of our extensive physical media collection through My Movies, which we highly recommend. You can find links to that, as well as other places you can find us, in the show notes. Cellulose Free is a Hi Hello production.
Idris Elba in the role of the genetically enhanced supervillain.
Because of course it is.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he can have fun with that too.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. I can but hope.
Yeah.
I'm stopping now.
Yeah, good call.